and welcome to another edition of the KellumMD.com video podcast. Gabe Farias and Dr. Daniel H. Kellum Jr. We talk about a myriad, if you will, of topics as it pertains to the health and wellness world. Quick question. I just found out our producer and our new director of brand management, Zach Dixon, his spirit animal is an old Caucasian person. What is your spirit animal? Mine's a meerkat. What's yours?
A meerkat?
That was his response.
Seriously?
What's wrong with the meerkat?
A lion, first of all.
Okay. Well, that's easy, man. Come on. See, I guess mine would be the honey badger.
You just said meerkat.
Yeah, I know, but I take it back.
It's a little weasel.
Act like a very competent medical professional. But the topic today is stress. And you looked all shocked. That's how you deal with stress, is being an idiot. But stress is a real thing. And it is something that affects the quality of life for a lot of folks. Talk about the negative aspects of having a tremendous amount of stress in your life.
Wow.
Where to begin, right?
That's a myriad of answers.
It's a meerkat, by the way, not a myriad. But I did say myriad, though, didn't I?
I mean, stress, yes, you did. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
You had no idea what you were talking about.
I didn't. I just looked up the word in Google search and found that word.
So back to stress.
Back to stress, yes.
You know, the negative impacts, in all seriousness, really can be problematic in terms of blood pressure elevation, heart irritations associated with that, heart rhythm disturbances can be a part of that, sleep disturbances can be a part of it. I mean, there's a ton of things that can be problematic, and long-term consequences of things like that, you worry about mental health, in my opinion, as a big issue, and how that affects your life, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it's interpersonal relationships. I mean, all of those things can be quite dramatic for individuals. And so, you know, we often use stress so ubiquitously in our population, and everything is we're stressed out. But truth is that it really can be one of those things that really affects us. And really identifying stressors, or in a lot of cases, people just have some generalized anxiety with not a particular event going on, that I think makes it kind of difficult.
And when you talk about stress, like at least for me, it's always a trickle down kind of thing. And I'll just bring up one instance. When I'm super stressed, I have trouble sleeping. When I have trouble sleeping, that trickles to other health related issues that you have. It's good to deal with stress.
For sure. And that's, I think, one of the bigger manifestations. The other things that you see really for people is just physical manifestations, whether it's abdominal pain, or whether it's chest pain, or whether it's shortness of breath. I mean, there's a lot of things that can come associated with that. And so, it often creeps up on people, and they have no idea until really you sort of walk through the issues and really understand that stress can be the thing that causes that. And that's why it's so important that you try to address it and do some things that you can to make a difference with that. Diet really makes a difference. Eating clean, I think, is a big thing that we can do. Exercise, for sure, are one of the bigger things that we can do. And then you look at more of the whole body approach. Diet, exercise, spirituality, working on meditation. Just really, collectively, it all helps. Absolutely, and I think it's all part of the answer. And I don't think one or two alone are the things that are going to give you the ultimate outcomes. I think you really have to look at the whole mind-body spectrum that allows people to really get better. And if you can do that and do it effectively, I think it really can make a difference. Doesn't make it go away, but mitigation of stress, I think, is really what we're trying to achieve. Yeah, and you think about something as simplistically as going to the Mission Reach and just taking a walk down the San Antonio River. It really accomplishes two things. One, just getting out in nature and taking a walk, that in and itself helps with stress, but it also helps, with health issues that you may have. It gets you out. Exercise can be a great stress relief. For sure. I mean, being in nature, I think, is important. The ability to clear your mind, or at least have quiet places where you can think through some of the issues, I think is very important. And I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but we deal with a lot of this stuff on a day-to-day basis. And I think in our world, it's very rushed, it's very cluttered. And when you can take the time to be alone, think freely, and really just sort of work through things. I think there's a huge benefit therapeutically to really reducing your stress and getting yourself in a better place of mind.
So this might be a loaded question. So here we go.
You're giving me stress already
just by asking that
right.
question. So you're a Longhorns fan. Hear me out.
Oh my God.
Hear me out.
Okay.
You're a Longhorns fan. Watching the Longhorns this year has probably caused you to have a little bit of stress. Is that a good kind of stress? Because it takes your mind off of the serious things in life.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. Because, at the end of the day,
it's a game.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a game, and you're watching a lot of kids trying to excel in something that they've been given a God-given talent for. So, yes, it bothers me that we're losing to teams we shouldn't lose to. But
Oklahoma State,
exactly.
Really? There you go. I mean, they were a top. Come on, that was a good football team. But still, that stress, I would think, takes your mind off of the things that really can stress somebody.
For sure. And I think the bigger thing with that is perspective, right?
Yeah.
So when you put things in the context that they should be in, I think it really kind of lets you understand that that's not a big deal. It's a game and we all want it to win, but it's not life and death issues. And really those are the things that are super important to be able to sort of clarify for individuals and try to reduce stress, because those are really what affect our lives. Whether Texas wins or not, it's a big deal to me.
Saying.
But really when you look at people getting divorced or deaths or
in the grander scheme of things,
And so, again, I think this is one of those things that people talk about a lot, but they don't really necessarily deal with in the ways that they should. And I think it's important. Come to us or go to your provider, because there are things that you can talk about in terms of lifestyle modifications, getting into counseling, therapeutic measures from prescriptive ways of making it better. All of those things can be used collectively to make a difference. But for the individual that wants to begin to try to mitigate that, work on your diet, work on your ability to meditate, and work on your ability to exercise. Those things, if you discount them, I think you're doing yourself a huge disservice.
And of course, our number here, 210-945-2121. If you're feeling stress, if you want to talk to somebody, set up an appointment, because there are things and tools that you can actually help with patients on alleviating and dealing with stress.
Absolutely. And we deal with it a lot, really. And the truth of the matter is the first thing to do is to begin to give yourself grace and forgiveness and in those kind of things. And if you give yourself a break, often we can come in with some advice and different opportunities to try to really get things better for people. So yes, I think the first place is to call. And like anything we talk about, Gabe, if people need some advice, I mean, we're happy to do it. And in any of these categories, I think we can move people in the right direction.
210-945-2121 is the number, or you can visit our brand new website, kellummd.com. Give us a call, visit our website, come and see us, talk to Dr. Kellum, talk to Art Campsey, Dr. Gonzalez, any of our fine providers, and we've got some really good ones.
They do a great job. They do a great job because they listen. And in cases like this is what really people need. It's not a quick visit in and out that's just trying to prescribe a quick medication. Quite frankly, this is really where we need, and I think we do a great job in taking the time to listen and understanding the circumstances of one's life, and in that way we can certainly move them in the direction they need to go.
All right, Dr. Kellum, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Gabe.
All right, guys, for Dr. Daniel Kellum, I'm Gabe Farias. Stay healthy.
All right.